No, that baby was coming that day. And I called my boss. I'm like, I'm having the baby today. We were watching the BET Awards. Like, I mean, it was cool. I had a popsicle. Guys, today we're going to be getting ready for my birthday drinks with my best friend. We're going to go out. I don't know where we're going to go yet, but I thought I would just do a quick get ready with me and chit chat with you guys. And I want to talk about my birth story today because I think it's always fun to hear people's birth stories. So I had a baby about 2.5 months ago, my first child, and I turned 31 on, the reason why I wanted to do this video is just to talk about how I recently turned 31 and like how I'm feeling and everything. About turning 31 because, you know. So I recently turned 31 on September the 12th. It was really fun, like a good birthday. I've had so many meals, like my parents. We went out for a meal and then, I didn't realize I got 2 of those. That's a lot. Sorry, I'm unpacking my Walgreens bag. I love Walgreens. Walgreens is my favorite. It's my haven. I go there when I'm in a bad mood and I go shopping. So yeah, recently I was kind of in a not so great mood, so I treated myself for some drugstore goodies and makeup and stuff. But anyways, so my birthday hit on the 12th, and you know, my husband's birthday is the day before mine, so I kind of was helping him celebrate his. And then, you know, when the clock struck 12, it was my birthday, and I just remember the feeling of just feeling like overjoyed and blessed that, you know, I could see another year. And I just felt good. I feel good about where I am in life and in the world. And I'm going to moisturize my face with daily hydration from face lotion from Shea Moisture, and I'm just gonna put it on the beauty blender here, like this, and have like my own little spa experience. So, like, I expect for no one to really like care or like tell me happy birthday and stuff because, you know, I'm not really out there like that. I don't really have a whole bunch of friends, and so I was just like, well, I don't really care that nobody's hitting me up. You know, it's kind of to be expected because I don't have that many friends or whatever. Anyways, like as the day progressed, I was kind of feeling lonely because actually on my Facebook, I don't have it to where you can let people write on your wall or whatever. So I felt like nobody's writing on my wall, and then I realized, oh, nobody can write on my wall. So now I'm gonna go in with the Luminous Dewy Skin, like primer, prep, or whatever. So I was getting to feeling like kind of like I was getting to feel lonely, but then like everything that my parents did was like on the weekend, and then my best friend, we're gonna go out today, and then my husband, we went out to P.F. Chang's on the other day, so it's like we had so many celebrations. I've had like 3 celebrations, so I can't be mad or whatever. So okay, so now we're gonna start on the makeup part. I'm gonna be using NARS in Caracas. Is that the color? Is that the right color? So I was supposed to have Isaiah on July 11th, 7/11. I was really excited about that date because I was like, that's a cool date. So I really wasn't worried about it, but the whole pregnancy was pretty easy. I didn't have any like I didn't have like any complications except just that my cervix was short. And that's, my mom has that too, and she had all premature babies. So the way modern technology is now, they put me on like hormones, and I had to take them every day. I had to put them up my hoo-ha. And yeah, so I would take those every single day, and then it just like helped the cervix. And so sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I would skip a day or whatever. And then like towards the end of my pregnancy, I was kind of just like, if he comes, he comes. But then again, I was like, I really wanted him to come on 7-Eleven. But I think I kind of got lazy with taking the hormones and stuff. And then, so I was 37 weeks pregnant, and I went to my 37-week sonogram appointment. And I went to work that day thinking it was just going to be a regular day, you know. And I had my appointment in the middle of the day. So I thought I was going to go straight back to work after my appointment. So I'm going, because I had to go to the high-risk doctors. Oh my gosh, I had to go to so many appointments. I had to go to the high-risk doctors because of the short cervix thing. They had to check it every single, like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes it would be 2 weeks, sometimes it would be 3 weeks. So I went to my 37-week appointment thinking that it was just going to be a regular appointment. And the tech always does it first, and then the sonographer does the second round. So, oh, this sponge is amazing. It feels like a cloud. So anyways, the tech kept like doing the heartbeat, and she was confusing. I mean, she looked confused. She looked kind of like, like I need to get a second opinion. And so, she was kind of, I wasn't nervous, but I was just like, I'm sure he's fine. Like, he had been really good up until then. Like, she told me one time that he has the textbook, like, heart, and he's, like, perfect and everything, and I got to hear his heartbeat. But on this particular day, she was like, something's not looking too right. And so I'm just like, okay. You know, not really getting too nervous about it. So, I gotta find my concealer. So yeah, she brought the doctor in, the sonographer, and she was like, you're gonna have to have this baby now. She was like, you need to go to the hospital. Right then and there. And I was just like, what? Like, I was not prepared to have to go to the hospital, because like I said, I was preparing to go back to work that day because my appointment was in the middle of the day. And so, what I had to do was, I called my husband. My husband, he had just come back from vacation that same day, and he was telling me he was sick, and he was telling me, like, because for some reason, we had, like, crazy weather in Dallas that day, and so he couldn't really get a plane out here. It was, like, canceling his plane, and he was coming from D.C. And, guys, I couldn't find my concealer for nothing, so I had to, like, reorganize everything, which is fine. So I, like, actually reorganized all my stuff. This is all my face stuff. I have all of my brushes in here. No, so I just reorganized everything. And look, I can't even find my face. Okay, so here's my concealer in here. Alright. So yeah, what I was saying was that my husband, he couldn't find a plane. Or my husband kept getting, his plane kept getting delayed and canceled and stuff. So, and he was sick. So I called him, and he was like, well, how do you know you're going to have the baby today? And asking me all these questions. I'm like, the doctor said I was having the baby. Like, I have to. So I hadn't eaten all day, you guys. So, because I had the appointment in the middle of the day. My plan was I was going to go to the appointment, and I was going to eat after the appointment. not even thinking or whatever. And you know, it's not good for me to, I should have eaten. I should have, and that may, I wonder if that was the reason, one of the reasons why he was like, the heart rate was dropping or whatever. It's like the blood pressure, the heart rate, something was low. It wasn't looking right. So anyways, I text or call my husband. He's like, how do you know? Da 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 da. And I'm like, they said he's coming today. We have to get all of our stuff. And mind you, you guys, so I'm on a lot of Facebook groups for expecting mothers. So I'm not even, I hadn't even packed my hospital bag, you guys, which was terrible. Like I procrastinated because I was, you know, 37 weeks and I'm all thinking, oh, I'm good. No, that baby was coming that day. So we go home. I'm like grabbing things, throwing them in my hospital bag. Like I ordered a special Victoria's Secret bag just for the day of. And I was putting things in there, throwing things in there. I left home and I didn't get a robe, and that was like the one thing. I might do a video about like what you have to have for, you know, giving birth or whatever. So yeah, I'm like throwing things in, and I call my boss. I'm like, I'm having the baby today. I can't come back to work. And the funny part about it is that I had a coworker who was being induced on the exact same day, but she was, you know, she was scheduled. So, you know, we were both pregnant together. And at one point there was 3 girls on my team. There's only like nine people on my team, and there's like 4 girls. Okay, so I had to go get the baby. So, yeah. There was 3 or 4 girls. No, 3 girls pregnant all at the same time. I was the first one who announced it, and there was a girl that was actually pregnant ahead of me. And the funny part is that we had our baby basically on the same day, except she had hers. You know, I had at like 3 in the morning, 3:59 a.m. And so it hit the next day. So, and then she had her daughter that night, I guess. And so, so yeah, we were in the same hospital and everything. Same day. It was just hilarious the way that God works. So, this is my favorite eyebrow tool. It's from Maybelline. It's called Brow Define and Fill Duo. And honestly, they come out with so many different things, but I love this one. It's a pencil, and then on the other end it has a sponge to where you can fill in or like brush in the color. It's so pretty, and it looks so realistic. I do want to get my eyebrows microbladed, because I don't want to sit here every single day and have to fill in my eyebrows. And I actually just worked on a website for a lady who does eyebrows, and so I'm gonna get her to do mine at some point. So yeah. Let's see here. Hi, Bubba. You don't like this? Hey, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do it again. I think he likes the other one better. I have another little wrap thing. So I had my baby, and I was so nervous about just like, I mean, having a baby is not easy. So I remember just telling my coworkers that I'm so nervous about like the contractions and everything, and honestly they weren't too crazy, but I did have an epidural 2 hours in, so I had to dilate, like they induce you. So that means like they had to break my water. That didn't hurt. They had to put me on Pitocin to dilate me for the babies, you know, to come out. So I was dilating. When I came into the hospital, I was a 4, and you have to be at a 10 for them to tell you to push. So I was at a 4 when I came in, and it took me like 8 hours. So I came in around 5 or 6, and then I guess I don't know what time I came in, like 4 or 5. I remember it was traffic. So, and I just remember going into that hospital, and everybody was so nice. The nurse was so nice. So everybody was just really nice, and my paperwork was ready to go. Like as soon as I walked in, I was like, I was admitted today by my sonographer, and they were like, oh yeah, we've been expecting you, and you know, I just signed my name on a couple of documents. Then they got me set up in the room that I was gonna push the baby out at, and then my mom came and my in-laws came. And we just sat there, like, while I was, you know, progressing. We were watching the BET Awards. Like, I mean, it was cool. I had a popsicle, grape. It was great. So I just progressed. And then finally I got to a 10 around, I guess, 3 a.m. And then, you know, so the nurse that I had, she was like, I'm going to teach you how to push and everything, because I didn't take any Lamaze classes or anything like that. And so she's like, you're just going to, she's like, you're going to do some practice pushes. So I did that before, you know, I progressed or whatever. Okay, so I had to get a pencil sharpener because that thing was like cutting me. So anyways, so I got to a 10 and I pushed for 3 pushes, and there he was. They propped him on my shoulder. We did skin to skin, and it was beautiful experience. My husband saw everything. My mom saw everything. She was like, I don't know, I might have to go to the... But my husband, he saw everything. Yeah, and then the only complication from his birth, was that he had jaundice skin, so he had to be up under the lights for like 2 days or 1 extra day. I think I had to stay 1 extra day or 2 extra days. And he hated being under the lights, and we had to cover his little eyes or whatever. And that was not fun. But he was a trooper. Like, he was really easy. Like, when they gave him shots, or when they gave him, well, they don't give him shots. They gave him, they pulled his blood a lot to, like, make sure all his vitals and stuff were good. And, like, he was a trooper. Like, he made me cry for a little bit, and then he was like, okay, I'm done, on to the next. Like, he's an easy baby. And he's just been a pure joy, like, ever since we've had him. Like, I don't know, and I just want to be a better person for him, obviously. And I want to show him that you can accomplish your goals despite your, you know, fears or whatever. Like, don't have fear in life. Just go after it. And so YouTube is something that I've been putting off for years. I have not been on YouTube since 2008, you guys. So it's been 11 years. And I've always kind of regretted it, because I see all these other women just bossing up, and like, just their life is amazing. And I'm just like, man, if I would have stuck to this, then there's no telling where I would have been. But obviously I have like my own story, and you know, I'm grateful for my own story and my own life or whatever, and I can't compare my journey to anyone else's journey. You know, I became a freelance graphic designer and web designer. You know, I was able to do my entrepreneurial efforts and start my own businesses and everything. And, you know, I don't think I would have done that. I would have been all about makeup, which it's great to be all about makeup if that's what you love. But I had other passions. Like my passion was web design and still is to this day. And I just love coding and, you know, I'm a graphic designer by trade from my 9 to 5, and then I come home and I do like my girly web design. Like I work with mostly female entrepreneurs, and of course, like I'll work with other people that, you know, need me. But my bread and butter and what I love is female founders and female business owners and everything, and all of that stuff. So beauty boutique owners and makeup artists. I work with a lot of makeup artists. I was blessed to have been able to work with an amazing company that that's an e-commerce based company based in Texas. And I don't know, I did my own thing, and I kind of like still floated around like my passions, which is web design and makeup and beauty. But yeah, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I just never wanted to put myself out there because I was afraid of like everything that comes along with being a YouTuber. But I know that the reward is greater than the risk, I guess. So anyways, I'm going to try out Wish Me Luck. So the rest of the video is me like trying to do this whole ombre lip thing, and I kind of failed at it, but yeah, this video, looking back on it, we're in January 2020, and I'm looking back on it, and I can just see like all of my growth, even in this small time that I've just started to kind of like put myself out there and start doing lives and stuff like that. Like, it's really important, you guys, that you take the risk and put yourself out there. And I know, like, for me, the catalyst was my son, but I honestly wish that I would have taken the risk sooner, because I already see such a huge transformation in just my confidence. And something that I've struggled with all my, like, even my 20s was just having confidence, and doing the things that you're scared of doing gives you so much clarity and so much confidence. So I wanted to encourage anyone who's watching this video, if there's anything that you've been putting off and that you're holding yourself back from doing, I want you to do it. And you don't even have to, like, for me, I recorded this video and I'm just now putting it out. But, and this was from September of last year. But I want you, if there's something that you really want to do and you're holding yourself back from doing it, I just want you to take the risk and do it. And do it on a small scale, and you will be so surprised and so just taken aback by how much growth you're going to have. I mean, a lot of times the fear is all in our heads, because now that I'm doing YouTube and now that I'm like sharing this with my parents, like I'm 30 years old and I'm still afraid of what they would say, but they are so supportive, and so is my husband. And something that Gary Vee always says is stop living in high school and stop judging yourself so much. So a lot of times we're in our head and we are judging our own selves. And a lot of times we just need to have grace, and we need to give ourselves a little bit of mercy and stop judging ourselves so hard. Like, why you gotta judge so hard? You know, just live your life. And as long as you're not hurting anyone else, do what you want to do. Do what you love. Do something that scares you, because at the end of the day, you're going to regret all of the shots that you didn't take. And you're going to miss all the shots that you didn't take. So definitely do that for yourself and watch yourself level up.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to be done, I believe, in a little bit. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And like I said, hit me up in the comment section and let me know, like, is there anything that you regret not doing? And how do you plan on implementing and doing it? And then also, I would love to hear about your labor story, and I would love to um, just check in with me. It's been a minute since I've been in the YouTube lands, and I would love to hear from you guys and start a conversation and a dialogue in the comment section. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and this is your girl Victoria Sade, aka the Glam Tech Bae, and I help you slay on and offline. Best wishes, guys.